This is exactly how you can sign clients so fast using AI that it pretty much feels illegal. And it's purely by leveraging these 3 simple steps. Firstly, installing an AI Dream Client Finder. Next, installing AI systems to make prospects absolutely love you. And finally, using this secret outreach system. So let me just stop talking and get into this video right away. But before we do, I need you guys to really understand the pains I had to go through before I started using AI to find leads. So within my AI agency, Fusion Media, I was spending over £6,000 per month to find leads, and these were on team members. So that's rounded up to around $7.5K. And so you guys know I'm not just chatting and making up a random story. Here's a direct screenshot of how my Slack used to look. As you can see, I'm here, and these guys all here, their entire job was to find me leads. It was absolutely insane. And as a result of hiring all of these people, there were many disadvantages. And these included the following. Firstly, my cost of acquisition per client absolutely skyrocketed. What you guys need to understand is, obviously when you're using AI to find leads, it is very, very cheap. But when you're hiring actual people to do it, well, you need to pay them a salary so they're able to live. So when you do a price comparison, AI is going to win every single time. But along with the increase in my cost of acquisition, and of course, a ginormous decrease in my profit margins, I mean, look at me back then. I was absolutely cooked. There's no denying about it. And this is because I was so stressed. I didn't just have this VA team to manage, but I also had to manage my fulfillment team because I used to back then not even use AI to fulfill for my clients. I used to have a ginormous team. I was pretty much working 16, 18 hours a day, and I hated it. And yeah, it just didn't wear down on me, and it just wasn't a good thing. But that's not all. There was also even more problems. And this is the fact, guys, and this is what you need to understand when it comes to hiring team members. They're unpredictable. AI, right, every single day is going to be in the exact same mood no matter what, because it's not a human being. It doesn't have feelings. But when it comes to my lead scrapers, some days they could be really, really happy. Other days they may not even want to work. So as a result, when it came to my leads, some days absolutely amazing. Other days they were absolutely terrible. We could barely use any. It was just an absolute mess. And guys, you can't run a business off unpredictability. And when I really reflect on what it was like, it was very unpredictable, my lead scraping system, and it really prevented me scaling as much as I wanted to. But thankfully, I found a way to find leads with AI. And I'm gonna be blunt with you, for anyone watching this, if you are not using AI right now to find leads, you are simply falling behind. There is no question about it. You need to lock in, watch this video, and take action right away. There are so many benefits of using AI to find you leads. Firstly, it's more predictable. Secondly, it is basically free. It costs literally nothing. I think right now per lead, we are literally paying like 0.006. It is nothing. It is practically free, guys. And then finally, you don't need a large team. As you saw, it wasn't nice having a large team. It's a lot of stress and a lot of anxiety. So I was able, as a result, to fire my entire team and save over 6K per month. And with that 6K, I'm putting some of it into my software. In case you guys don't know, I also run an AI SaaS tool, hence why I have pretty good insights into everything. And then obviously I'm pocketing some money for myself. I want to go get me some new clothes, a new watch, whatever it may be. And so that's just me being brutally honest. Perfect. Now that I've given you my backstory, here's the real source. So you're probably asking me, okay, Joseph, you've told me why I need to use AI to find leads, but how do I do it? If you've been a long time fan on here, you may see I taught an old method to find leads. If you go to ChatGPT, you are going to see a function. It is called AI agent mode. And I used to use it a lot to find me leads. Basically, all I would do is type in a prompt such as, I think we can see in this one, business coach YouTube channels. And it would go ahead and scrape me a bunch of business coach YouTube channels with under 50K subscribers. I'm gonna be honest, it was pretty decent, but it wasn't as good as I wanted it to be. And this was for certain reasons. First and foremost, it could only scrape certain sites. Where we do around 90% of our acquisition for Fusion Media, so my AI agency, is on Instagram. Unfortunately, AI agent mode, it can't scrape Instagram. It was really, really annoying. So I still had to manually do it. Next, the accuracy of everything and like the quality, it was still very much up and down. It wasn't as predictable as I wanted it to be. Next after this, prompt dependency, you needed a very strong prompt. Okay, this wasn't too much of a problem for me because I do a lot of prompt engineering when it comes to my software, but it still just took absolutely ages, which of course leads us on to the final problem, slow and manual. I mean, come on, I don't really have too much time to be doing all of these things. So what I did in that situation, I really had two choices, right? I could either continue using this and not be 100% happy with the quality of leads, or I could take the other route. And you're probably saying, Joseph, what was the other route? Well, I just spent the last 3 months synthesizing our manual lead scraping process, and I turned it into an AI system. Yes, you heard that right. Absolutely insane. And it's actually why I got on the nice shirt today. We're celebrating it because I have a development team for my other software called Fusion AI, but we had a bit of spare time. So I was like, guys, go ahead. Look at all the SOPs I made. Go ahead and build me the software. So that's what they went ahead and did. And guys, before using the system, come on, let's just face it, I was absolutely cooked. And after, let's just say I'm mogging. Someone, editor, go ahead and play some mogging music, some lookalikes and stuff. We even got the Wang Chang. But guys, on a real, this system has enabled me to lean down my team, save £6,000 per month, and focus only 1 hour per month on finding leads across both my AI agency and also for enterprise sales across my software. In order to scale my software, we fully focus, well, most of it anyway, on enterprise sales, because of course we get more money. And guys, this is how my new team looks. It is absolutely insane. I mean, look at the comparison. And this wasn't even my full team before I started using AI. Remember, I also had people fulfilling for me. So if you've seen other videos, you would have had a full picture of how large my team was. It was absolutely insane. So this is what my team's looking like at the moment. So of course, my profit margins are very, very high at the moment. We're operating just around 70+% for Fusion Media, my AI agency, and software. Well, you guys know the game for software. It is much higher. So here is the entire system right here, and I'm going to run you through it right in a second. But before, I want to just hold my hands up and say, I was actually going to sell this for £2,000. And the reason behind it is this guy right here, Joey, I actually sold him this entire system plus a few more things such as outreach scripts for £2,000. And as a result, he was able to make 20K. Yes, you heard that right, 20K. So in my mind, I was like, it's an absolute no-brainer to charge people 2K because they're going to make so much more money. But you know what? After speaking to some mentors, they were like, Joseph, remember how much pain you used to go through, the constant stress, anxiety, the high cost of acquisition, the low profit margins. Do you really want your audience to go through the same pain? And you know what I said? Fuck it. I want to give this away for completely free. So you don't need to go through the same pain I went through in order to get rich. So guys, you can access all of this for completely free in the description below. Literally every single feature. I'm going to run you through it right now, how I'm actively finding leads. So quickly just go to it and then press close dream clients and we'll go ahead and log in. Okay, cool. I'm now on it. I've tried to make this as simple as possible. The two main places I typically go to find leads are Google Maps and Instagram. So I've installed them right in here. I'll give you a quick run through both ones so you know how to use it. And I'm assuming for this video, by the way, you already know who you're targeting and the type of service you're selling within your AI agency. In case you don't know, for Fusion Media, I target rich boomers between 40 to 60 who are already creating some sort of social media content, but they're getting no results. And they need someone like me to come in, install my AI marketing system into their business so they start getting leads as a result of their content. So what I would type into Google Maps is something like this. Find me business consultants within Florida who have team members, are already making money. Please give me 20. Perfect. Let's go ahead and see what it returns. Okay, cool. It's giving me the result. And these are looking to be some really, really high quality leads. And before we quickly review them, I want you to pay attention to how simple this prompt is. Like I was saying, when it comes to agent mode on ChatGPT, yeah, it was semi-decent, but I needed to go to town. I needed to write like 8-9 lines worth of details. All I had to do was this, and it returned me exactly what I wanted. So it's really, really good. So as we can see, all we're going to do is review them. And if we're happy with the leads, we simply just export them as an Excel file. It is that simple, guys. And look, we get that access to their websites. We have access to all of their information here, so we can cold call them, we can email them. It is just so good, guys, and it's absolutely clutch for us to use. So it has such a ginormous breakdown of data. So all we're going to do in this situation is just export as an Excel. and then we can also save it. Okay, now I want us to run over Instagram. This is the only tool which can actually do it, and it's pretty insane that I'm giving it away for free, but fuck it. I'm feeling nice, hence why we're wearing the shirt today. It's a celebration time. So I'm gonna type in, just for this example, I wanna target people who have business consultant within their bio. So I'm gonna say, please find me people who have business consultant within that bio, return me 20 people. Awesome, let's go ahead and see what the result is. Okay, perfect. So as we can see, we've got a range of people here, different follower accounts, and then we can obviously access their profiles, and the AI is even giving it a score. Okay, we've actually noticed a problem. I need to go ahead and update those AI scores. But guys, I'm showing you everything raw and live exactly how it is. So we have some really, really strong people, as we can see, different followers. And all we need to do from here is click on them and reach out, which of course I'll be breaking down later when it comes to our outreach system. So once again, I'm just going to export as an Excel file so we have for later on. Perfect. I'm quickly going to show you guys how you can set it up when you log in. Of course, because I'm giving this away for free, so I don't get charged, you guys will need to add your own API keys. But this is extremely cheap. So like I was saying, if I go on the pricing guide, here is basically a price breakdown of how cheap it is per lead. It is virtually no money whatsoever compared to the £6,000 that I was paying every single month. So it's absolutely insane, and it's literally going to take you 30 seconds to set up. Perfect. So now that you guys know exactly how to find dream clients in literally a few seconds using a very basic prompt and actually being able to scrape Instagram, which I still can't believe how insane this is, I want us to go on to this. Installing an AI system to make prospects love you. Where so many people go wrong, guys, is content, and it makes no sense to me. People are making content, and look, I'm not asking you to go ahead and spend 6-7 hours per day creating content, not at all. I'm literally asking you to spend an hour a month on it. But content, it gives you so much leverage. And before I continue the rest of this, I want you to reflect. Anyone watching this video, you may have, you may not have. Have you ever bought something off someone for a decent amount of value? Let's say over $2,000. If you have, I can pretty much put money on it. You didn't just go in and buy cold. You probably consumed some content of them. So you actually understood the person, understood their values, and you really begun to know, like, and trust them. And this is all you guys are trying to do when it comes to prospects. You found them. But just reaching out to them, hopping on a call with them, you're not going to have that leverage. So getting them to consume content's really going to enable you to increase your close rate. And look, guys, like I showed here, leverage right now with no content, you're forcefully just having to pull things down. It is not good. And here's a graph to really showcase what it looks like with no leverage. You're finding leads, you're outreaching them, and you're booking a call. What you need to understand is a prospect from this type of strategy, they aren't getting to know, like, and trust you before a sales call. The only real form of communication they have with you is via outreach. And realistically, guys, that may be 4 or 5 messages, and that is about it. So as a result, you're making booking a call a lot harder. And even if they do book a call, it's a very high likelihood they're not even going to show up because they have no reason to. They're not emotionally invested into you. They haven't been around you enough. They haven't spoken to you enough. And the best possible way to get someone to be around you, of course, going to be content. I like to see content as forever sales assets. And my best possible example to break this down is I get a ton of people, right, asking me, hey, Joseph, how do I go ahead and find leads? I filmed this video, meaning anytime someone asks me that question, I can send them that video instead of me or my setter needing to explain it. Someone watching a video, they're going to know, like, and trust me a whole lot more as opposed to myself or my setter just trying to type these messages in an absolute rush. Secondly, someone watching my videos, they're likely going to watch even more YouTube videos of mine, meaning they're going to know, like, and trust me even more. So when they do book a call with me, they're going to come in already pre-sold. But there's other disadvantages as well of not creating content. Firstly, you need to explain your offer on a sales call. Look at my YouTube channel. You're also going to see on my YouTube channel, I'm making videos for my AI agency, Fusion Media, breaking down my content strategies. We have a done for you AI marketing offer. So basically everything I've broken down, right, we actually do it for the client. So every single client, I get them to consume this piece of content so they're crystal clear on what we do, how we can help them, and our deliverables. Next, objection handling right. With a lot of my older content, when it was purely just Fusion Media focused, I was handling objections. You can literally see older videos of mine being like, why you should work with an AI agency as opposed to hiring in-house. All of these different types of videos to objection handle and change that prospect's belief system into seeing me as the number one person to work with. And then finally, low pre-nurturing. Like I said earlier, you're only going to be speaking to the prospect via outreach, maybe 3 or 4 messages. And if you do book a call, first and foremost, congrats, you're pretty cracked at setting, but it's also very unlikely they even are going to show up to the sales call because they're not emotionally invested at all. Now I want us to compare this when you're actually making content. You have so much more leverage. It is the ultimate leverage, guys. I want to show you an example. So firstly, you find the lead. Next, you're going to outreach to them. In a second, we'll go into the outreach system. When you do outreach to them, right, a lot of the times before they respond, they're going to click onto your profile, go to your YouTube channel, they're going to consume content, and they're going to be like, is it worthwhile me even responding to this person? Does he know what he's speaking about? Is his content valuable? Can he actually get me the result he claims within his outreach message? If yes, well done, it means you make amazing content. After that, you're going to start talking, and in between you talking, guys, they're going to be going in and out of your content. What's the result of this? Well, they're going to know, like, and trust you even more. And when they book a call, they're doing it with 100% intention to show up. And the great thing is, with content right, if you put your Calendly booking link in a YouTube video as an example, they may book on that own regard, meaning you or your setter don't even need to be involved. And remember, when someone intentionally goes to your YouTube description to book a call, they're 100% showing up and buying. There's just like no other way around it. And in between them booking a call to the actual call, once again, they're going to consume even more content, meaning they know, like, and trust you even more. I can't express this enough. Content is the most leveraged thing on the planet. Why do you think every single person you watch, any person you've bought from in the past, all creates content? They're not stupid. They understand content's the best possible way to make someone want to show up to a sales call and want to buy. So I seriously, guys, I can't express enough. If you are not already, please start making content. And to really just further show my case, Google recently released a study. It is called the 7-11-4 rule. And here's basically what it breaks down. In order for a consumer to make a buying decision, they need to consume 7 hours worth of your content across 11 different touch points in 4 platforms. If a prospect watches 7 hours worth of you and they decide to book a call, it's game over, right? They're literally turning up with their credit card, just showing you everything, even the 3 digits at the back being like, take my bank account, I want you to have it all. It is so leveraged, guys. So I want you to make these 3 videos as soon as possible. First and foremost, your video sales letter. So this is basically what I was discussing earlier, is where you break down your entire process so people are crystal clear on your offer. Next, objections. Review your latest sales calls. What are the biggest objections that you got? I want you to make videos that solve and prevent these objections. Finally, after this, step-to-step tutorials. Basically like this video, right? These are really good because they actually help prospect achieve an outcome from watching your video. They can implement it for totally free, see some amazing results. And with the law of reciprocity, basically the law of reciprocity states, you give more to someone, them achieving results, they're going to be like, whoa, I owe this guy something. And they're going to be even more likely to buy from you. Plus the fact it just further helps to show your expertise and you're really smart and you actually know what you're doing. I don't want to touch too much on this because it would take too long in this video. But if you want a further breakdown where I literally nerd out on this for 30 minutes straight, once you finish watching this video, you can go ahead and watch this. You can find it somewhere within my channel. Okay, perfect. Now I want us to go into the secret outreach system. And you may be seeing both an Instagram logo and a Gmail logo. And it's for a reason. So when I first started with Fusion Media, we purely just did IG outreach. It was good. I mean, very good. We were still operating at a 5% positive response rate, but we were actually decreasing our luck of someone responding. So recently, for both my software and my AI agency, we've been doing this double outreach strategy, and it absolutely crushes. So here's a breakdown why. So the hard way, the way we were doing before, we weren't very leveraged. We would find a prospect, message them, they would respond. And obviously in between responses, let's be realistic, we would need to follow up. Any single guru you watch online who says you can just message someone and they're going to respond straight away, they've never done it. You always need to respond. And I tell all my students this 24/7, the money is in the follow-ups. And as a result, you're really just achieving a max 5% response rate. But basically what we've implemented recently is able to double our luck. Because remember, you're literally using a whole nother system, a whole nother outreach method. You'll double in your luck. So instantly you can go to a 10% positive response rate. So let me break down how it works. So you find prospect, you then message them on the first channel, in this instance, it being YouTube. As a result, there's going to be two different outcomes to this, okay? The first one is they're going to respond. If they respond, obviously you don't message them on the other platform. You're just duplicating effort for no reason. You talk to them and they book a call. But if they don't respond, first and foremost, you do send a follow-up on the first channel. But what you do after this, you also message them, email them in this instance on the other channel, meaning you're doing double touch points. The prospect's like, wow, this guy, like, he's really interesting. He obviously knows what he's talking about and he's putting in all this effort to reach out to us. We say effort, it probably takes an extra minute or so, not much time at all. And now all you're doing, now that you've sent messages on both of these platforms, is following, guys. I can't express this enough. The money is in the follow-ups. Please just double down on the follow-ups. It is how I've made all my money. I'm gonna be realistic, guys. Getting Fusion Media to over 50K a month, I've probably signed maybe 4 clients without a follow-up. The rest of these clients came from follow-ups. The money is in the follow-ups. I can't express this enough. So please lock in on it. But I hope you can see how much more leverage this system is. Combined with your content, wow, it is just absolutely cracked and you need to implement this right away. So here's an example of a really strong IG script. Hey name, I came across your profile from and really liked. So what we're doing here is we're building up rapport and we're being like, hey, I came across you from, perhaps you can even do it from someone who you're both mutual friends of to build even more rapport. And the guy being like, do I know this person? Because if so, they're going to be even more likely to respond. Now, compliment. When you do compliment, please make sure it's an actual personalized one and a good one, not like, I liked your video, it's valuable. Come on, literally anyone who has an IQ over 10 can tell that's just a fake compliment. Also, now that you've done this and you've actually built up rapport and interest, here's where you come in with the CTA. Can I send you a personalized video that breaks down a simple content strategy that you can use to help attract and sign dream clients? For me, obviously for Fusion Media, I just gave the example of like our AI marketing offer, but whatever you sell, you can go ahead and tweak it. The main way we book calls after this message, I have so many other videos breaking it down so you can check those out. In fact, hyperlink them in the description below, is send in a personalized Loom video. Once again, it just builds up so much rapport. It's content as well. So combined with this content, it is game over. We are signing these clients all day long. But I now want us to go over the real source, and this is email. We maybe cracked this truthfully maybe 2 months ago, and it's been ripping. Like, I'm really, really proud of it. And I don't want to give away the script right now. I've given it to my students, but I don't know if I want to give it away for free here. I've given enough away for free already. You guys have this. But yeah, let me kind of show you the bits I want to show you. Hey, I messaged you on Instagram, but wanted to send this here in case you're more active. As you guys can see, we're literally building up rapport straight away. I messaged you on Instagram. The prospect's going to be like, what? You also messaged me on Instagram. Hold on, is this important? Like, what do you have to say? Because obviously, guys, even if I got an email like this, I'm going to be like, what on earth do you have to say? Hold on. Let me hear this person out. And look, in case you're more active, showing how we're really taking care and attention to our email. And of course, I've blurred this out. Is basically just an email formatted version of this to be completely transparent. Awesome. So now what I do after this is, here's a quick link with the next steps. But guys, this is where the real source comes in, and it is absolutely insane. So any email we send out, our landing page automatically adjusts to their name. So Justin, get paid to help your audience win. Alexi, get paid to help your audience win. And simply all we do in this situation is, it is a result of putting the equals. Guys, it is absolutely insane and it is so cracked. We built this out on Framer, and this is what it looks like before we go ahead and put that equal sign in. And I can't express enough how much that has been able to increase our response rate, because people are like, what? You've put even more effort into it? You've gone ahead and put our name before? But remember, we haven't had to put in any effort whatsoever. All we've done is set up a simple HTML rule. We've added our name and it's automatically added every single time. This strategy prints so much money, guys. And as a result, we don't even, on email, to be completely transparent, we don't even do a Loom video. We just do a pre-recorded VSL, and then underneath they can book a call with us. It is absolutely cracked. And this is a result of having this personalization, because people are like, wow, you're already putting in so much effort for us. Let me go ahead and hear more. And remember, in between them booking a call to them showing up to a call, all we're doing is just bombarding them with a bunch of our content so they're able to know, like, and trust us even more. Because obviously email is not like Instagram. In between conversations, it's very unlikely they're probably going to go to our Instagram or YouTube channel to like consume more content. So after they've booked, we just bombard them with a whole lot of emails being like, hey, check out this video. Or sometimes we can even call them up, email them and be, hey, what's your biggest challenge right now when it comes to content, when it comes to AI marketing? They tell us, we then send them a video which solves this #1 pain point. It is absolutely cracked. And I want you guys to understand, this is simply going to take you 4 hours a day. To all you need to do, and this is your KPI, guys, I want you to implement this right now. Send 30 to 40 messages every single day across Instagram and email. Remember, you literally have a free scraper to do it. There is no excuses. I don't want you to be like, oh, but I don't understand the methods. I couldn't have made this easier, guys, and I've given it all away for free. And finally, after this, follow-ups. The money is in the follow-ups. I can't express this enough. The money is in the follow-ups. I want you to adopt a block or buy mentality. I'm going to say that again. A block or buy mentality. It is absolutely key. Guys, the game is easy. It's just reps, and it's realistically not that hard. All you're going to do is spend 4 hours a day sending outreaches, finding dream clients, and then an extra hour per week making content. It is that's it, guys. And you will literally get ahead of 99% of people. It is insane. And it's not really much work, right? It is insane. So please, 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 just look in. Because I can guarantee you, if you implement this today, you will start signing clients very, very fast. So I'm going to wrap this video up. Remember, go to the description below to access this for completely free. Thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.